It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Toronto Raptors here at their home, Scotiabank Arena. For Toronto, they've been on a tremendous run, and we're deep enough into the season now to know that it's no mirage. These guys definitely for real. It has been an interesting ride thus far. Kenny, some teams really improving after a sluggish start.
Yeah, well, credit the people running those franchises. Always look to improve. That's what you have to do if you're a franchise head. You can't just sit back and say, hey, we're going to accept this mediocrity.
No matter what your record is.
No question.
No, season is a marathon, not a sprint.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Atlanta Hawks today. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. Taking a look at Toronto, this is a team in great mid-season form right now. A lot of things going right.
And they're hitting their stride, guys, right at the perfect time. I mean, the postseason right around the corner. They're playing with tremendous confidence. I think a legit title contender, in my estimation.
Yeah, it's hard to doubt that they've set the bar extremely high. You get the feeling if they don't win the championship, it'll be a huge letdown.
Well, we're around the halfway point now, Doris. Some clubs are obviously in a rebuild mode, but it can be hard for many team owners to accept that and accept that path they're on.
Well, when you've been the guy to make that financial investment, there can be a little bit of impatience because one of your responsibilities is keep people in the seats. You've got to pay the bills. What you have to do is you make clear to the fans the vision that they have. If you make it clear, Kev, maybe they can sort of embrace the rebuild and celebrate the step-by-step progress.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for Atlanta, Doncic out there with Bagley. Then there's Stephen Curry. And there's Money. And it's Carter in at center, locking down the middle. Shot clock at 3. Siakam misses. And so Curry will bring it up for the Hawks. And the pass to Wood. Inside. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Lowry passes to Siakam. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Over Carter. And that one's good. Leonard
working the in-between area, the kind of look that can get you into a rhythm early.
Yeah, the defense better take notice because you can't let guys get comfy shooting from their spots.
Outside for Curry. From the arc. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Boy, Kev, just smooth execution of the pick and roll. Curry has great understanding and a ton of success running this.
Green deciding where to go with it. Here's Lowry. Sweet little floater. Lowry's got his first points in this one.
Boy, I'll tell you, it takes a lot of confidence to go with the floater. That is not as easy as it looks.
Here's Wood. Lowry covering. Wood kicks to Curry. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Don't let the size fool you, Mr. Harlan. Steph Curry can get the job done inside.
Lowry finds Green, and Leonard has it in the corner. Pass to Siakam. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Siakam's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
Yeah, just a matter of he needs to be there a split second earlier. Not much room for error when you're setting a screen.
The Raptors making a switch here. Ibaka's checked in. Now here's Leonard. 23 points his last outing. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. And David Aldridge spoke with Nick Nurse. David.
That's right, Kevin. Now you see where the game changes from where it used to be. He said tonight they've got to get back, and if that means giving up offensive rebounds, so be it. He thinks good transition defense is the biggest difference in their chance at winning. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Now here's Curry. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Miami. Shot on the wing. Tries again, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
This is not a guy who's going to back down from contact. Steph Curry takes the knock inside, and for a jump shot specialist, this guy draws his share of fouls.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That's good from Stephen Curry.
One way Stephen Curry has changed how we think about the NBA game is he's redefined what a quality shot is. The incredible range he has totally ushered in a new era.
White, he's checked in for Toronto. Plumlee, he's checked in for the Hawks. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Well, you can't deny the amount of talent on this Raptors team, Doris. At times, they can simply overrun opponents.
You know what, Kevin? You do not end up in the top 5 for effective field goal percentage, both offensively and defensively, without talent. But obviously, when the Raptors get going and shots are falling, boy, they can compete with just about anyone.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Curry passes to Plumlee. Here's Wood. Softly drops in the floater. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
Lowry kicks to Leonard. Shoots over Doncic. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. The Hawks on top. They lead by 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And let's listen to Pascal Siakam talking about the work ethic of his teammates.
We come in every day, guys in the gym every single day. So I used to think that I was always the hardest worker, but, you know, just coming to see guys, the amount of work that they put in, trying to get better each and every day.
And, Greg, when everyone is working hard, it builds a chemistry.
And a culture. Kevin, winning teams all have it. It's not enough to be here. You want to win.
And it's been a pretty easy game here after 1 quarter of play. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
I'll tell you, when you take care of the backboards, good things seem to happen.
Well, I think it's been a priority to hit the glass, no doubt.
Wood out there with Curry. Then it's Plumlee, and it's Doncic in at the 3. Leonard with the steal.
This is what superb defense is all about, guys. He read that all the way.
Plumlee with the steal. Over in the corner, Doncic. Back to Curry. Passes it to Plumlee. The 3. Curry can't get it to go. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Toronto. They trail by 1. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Here's Wood. 6 points for him. Curry with it. Lowry picks him up. Curry dishes to Plumlee. Clock at 6. Ring shot on the way, and once again off the mark by Atlanta. And it's the Raptors ball. Right, the pass to Anunoby. Teardrop shot. Rebound, Atlanta. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far.
You know what you love about watching OG Anunoby? You feel like you're watching a vet when you watch this guy. He doesn't seem to get rattled in pressure situations. This guy plays like he's been in the league for a decade.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. And Doris for Anunoby. He has said he felt like he could compete with anyone.
Well, to me, Kevin, that's part of being able to be the defender he is. He's got strength and quickness to match up with most wings in the league, but confidence is critical.
Fred VanVleet is checked in for Kyle Lowry. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Taking a look at Atlanta, they're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well. And, of course, the Raptors, right on their tail, vying to move up and take over if they get the chance.
And, you know, right now for Atlanta, for me, they've taken the league by storm this season. I felt like they were maybe a year ahead of schedule in terms of being an elite group. But you look at them right now, and here they are.
Yeah, they weren't really on anyone's radar before the season began, but they're definitely there now.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Here's VanVleet. Buries it down low. VanVleet's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And another lead change. The fans are really getting their money's worth here tonight.
Well, this is what they pay to see, right? Competitive, close games are simply the best to be involved in.
A player who can calm down a team in a very interesting intersection in a game is a valued commodity. And Doris, you see a lot of these players every game in the league that have that quality.
You do, and you could go across any number of organizations. I would begin with Chris Paul, who has the ability to hit big shots, either on his own ability to break a defender down or to find the right person to create that opportunity. Sean Livingston of the Golden State Warriors and Andre Iguodala of the Golden State Warriors are two what I like to call stabilizers. And then the other great guy, of course, so you have to include him in every conversation, is LeBron James, because he can dictate the outcome of a game on a possession-by-possession basis.
And here is Curry. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. They double-team Curry. Plumlee finds Plumlee. Here's Wood. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And to look at his percentage from the line, you see him at 89%. That's an indicator of what a consistent stroke he has.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Valanciunas comes in for OG Anunoby. And it's Green in for DeLon Wright. For Toronto, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Outside, Green. Pass to Ibaka. Here's VanVleet, covered by Redick. And here's Leonard from 3. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now here's Curry. 7 points in the game. It's stolen by Valanciunas.
And this is where you milk the clock.
Absolutely. You use as much of that ticker as you can. That's just good offense.
Curry looking it over. Out to the right wing. Ball's knocked loose. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Toronto ahead as they wrap up the second quarter with a 13-5 run. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Kyle, a good first half for you all. How do you continue that for the rest of the game?
We got to come out with our energy. We're going to come out and play our game and keep going out there and pushing. Our defense and everybody's rotating, so we're playing together right now.
We'll see if you stay connected in the second half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period, with 3 points being their largest cushion. They found their rhythm in the second quarter and have to be feeling good here at the break, holding on to that 4-point lead. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, the three-point shooting was the key thus far. When you're knocking down those shots from the perimeter, it really spreads the floor. You demand respect from the defense. We'll see if they can keep it flowing in the second half.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Hawks?
Their defense has been practically non-existent. Sure, they faced a team that got hot. You can even say a bit lucky at times, but no one is stepping up on D and taking anything away. Have some pride. Don't let a guy shoot like that in your face.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
The evening commute has plenty of people on the move here tonight in Toronto, where we welcome you back. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Money.
And we saw his work over the first 2 quarters, really pushing the action and consistently finding the open man.
It felt like he owned that first half because he involved his guys with his passes, found different ways to take advantage of the defense.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guards handled. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Siakam in at the 4. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Bagley, rebounded by Valanciunas.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Green. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Lowry. Carter with the block. Doncic with it. Leonard's there. The Hawks again can't hit.
Well, an 0 for 3 start to the second half. They're going to have to start tightening things up on the offensive end.
And the shot is good.
Well, Kevin, this guy's proven over and over that despite his size disadvantage, he's still able to score in the paint.
Wood kicks to Carter. Knocked loose. Leonard with the steal. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 10 points for Leonard.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And with Kawhi Leonard, he just does everything well on the floor. Offense, defense, rebounding, runs the floor. I mean, he is one of the more complete players in our league. He can completely take over a game on both ends.
Here's Wood. 12 points for him. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for Toronto.
They are shooting the lights out from beyond on really limited attempts. So you have to think they ought to feed those hot hands on the perimeter and see if they can keep this thing going.
And Greg with Kawhi started as a defensive stopper, but he now is so much more than that.
I mean, he's got a great outside shot, that pull-up jumper, the turnarounds in the post. He has the complete repertoire. You never would have thought he was only viewed as a defense guy once upon a time, but was already a fantastic player. But this is a guy that continues to just add to his game.
Now here's Green. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. The drive by Lowry. Valanciunas passes to Lowry. Outside, Green. Valanciunas dishes to Green. And here's Leonard from three. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. And Danny Green, a terrific shooter who also, Greg, happens to give you great production on defense.
Yeah, and I'd have to say Green's probably alone in history with his shooting and defense. Only player to ever have 6 or more seasons with at least 50 blocks and 73s. You know, it might be arbitrary checkpoints, but nevertheless, it illustrates just what Green brings to the table, a consistent 3 and D player.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Ibaka comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Wright in for Green. Atlanta also making some changes here. J.J. Redick's checked in for Wood. And Jones subbed in for Curry. Now here's Jones. The pass to Doncic. Kicks it to Carter. Here's Redick. That one's off. Still out of sync. Toronto leading by 11. A pull-up. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Jones, the pass to Doncic. To the paint. And it's Carter missing.
The only way he doesn't finish is if the defense gets in his face. Nice job.
And Ibaka slams it in.
Boy, remarkable strength with Ibaka, right? Fends off whatever the defense throws his way, converts through contact. That's nice.
Toronto shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Fred VanVleet is checked in for Kyle Lowry. And a change for the Hawks. Baker's checked in.
Well, let's remember, Serge Ibaka is a defensive presence. This guy, an elite shot blocker early in his career, and he is now a capable scorer from just about anywhere.
Here's Baker. He feeds it to Bagley. It's stolen by Ibaka. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's VanVleet, defended by Jones. VanVleet can't get it to go. The Hawks trail by 16. And Redick kicks to Carter. It's stolen by Valanciunas. A 3 from Leonard. No good. And Atlanta will come the other way. Right against Redick. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Baker. Offensive rebound. And finished off by Bagley.
And powering it home. He ends a 12-0 run by Toronto.
Here's Leonard. And again, no good by Toronto. And so it's Toronto with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Plumlee out there with Bagley. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then it's Jones. And it's Baker in at the 3 slot. Here's VanVleet. Lets a floater go. And it's good on the way-in. VanVleet's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Raptors. Jones finds Redick. Over Wright. And Redick the bucket on the assist from Jones. Doors are seeing a lot of movement on the offensive side of the ball. A lot of screening, a lot of movement, obviously, without the ball. Does that require more awareness, not only on the offensive side to make those moves, but also defensively?
No, I don't think there's any question about it. One of the most important things you can do if you're an excellent defensive team is you start with communication. So as that action starts, the movement and the screening, are the teammates talking? Screen coming right, screen coming left. Do we want to trap the screen? Do we want to make sure the ball gets out of a certain player's hands? Communication in this day and age against motion offenses has got to be at the top of the list defensively.
Well said. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, I think during this timeout, they've got to talk about ways to deny the basketball to him. That's the key, because when he gets it, chances are he's going to score.
Siakam is checked in for Toronto. Green comes in for Wright, and then for Atlanta. Wood, he's checked in for Baker. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Tyus Jones. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on Lloyd Pierce talking with his team. He was not happy with their defensive performance. He said they're getting everything they want. We've got to show them we can't let that happen. You have to make a stand. You have to get some stops, and that'll get us going on a run. Guys?
Here's Leonard. Marvin Bagley picking up that last basket. Here's Van Vliet. A three-pointer off the mark.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
And the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Stephen Curry. Van Vliet looking around. Here's Leonard. And again, no good by Toronto. Atlanta's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Really left alone that time. And now just a 2-point Raptor lead.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
And the Raptors call time here.
Yeah, you can't let this kind of run continue. Really need to go back to the basics.
No, exactly. I think it's impossible to let this momentum continue. Let's see what they can come up with in the timeout.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
For the Hawks, Carter comes in for Plumlee, and Doncic is subbed in for J.J. Redick.
Boy, what a steady presence at the line. Whether it's a blowout or a tight game like this one, his stroke never varies.
Really taking advantage of every scoring opportunity. They've somehow found a way to make this thing exciting.
Got a piece of it. Pass to Lowry. Shot from 12. Ibaka. That falls. Nice speed that time from Kyle Lowry. And it's 7 points for Serge Ibaka. Passes to Wood to tie it up. Another 3 for Atlanta.
That's an important shot right there, guys. I mean, he's produced from deep all game long.
Yeah, he's done more work outside the arc than inside it, and that's not going to change now. They'll ride his long-range game all the way to the end of this one.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
And every set they're running looks like it's designed to produce a triple.
Well, you love how the ball is popping outside on the perimeter. It's being moved and finding the open man, and they're cashing in.
And then Bagley slams it in.
And just easy to see why people are so high on Bagley. His ability to deliver there in the clutch is impressive. Now, that is cold-blooded.
What a shot. He had no fear. I love it.
Here's Carter. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Yeah, he saw he had a huge opportunity to help his team. Score is tight-knit, and he comes through. Nobody you want taking that shot more than Steph Curry. What a pressure player.
And the Raptors call time here. They're trailing by 6. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the Raptors miss again.
Now that's where they want to go with the ball. They can tolerate a few misses as long as he gets his touches inside.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And one of the youngest rookies when he came into the NBA, Bagley reclassified in high school so he could get to college a year early.
Here's Siakam. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Doncic dishes to Bagley. Here's Wood. Jacks up a three. No good. And so the Hawks take the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.